Hello everyone, welcome to today's lecture. So this is the third lecture on chapter 1. Okay, have you done your homework? I had discussed the homework yesterday itself. Okay, you had to write the definitions and to distinguish between questions. You may refer to the notes or write whatever I wrote on the board. Okay, now today is the third lecture. I will be dealing with uniform motion and non-uniform motion. On page number 4, there is a use your brain power question. They have given a chart. Okay, you may see the chart. In the chart they have given Amar, Akbar and Anthony are traveling in different cars with different velocities. The distances covered by them during different time intervals are given in the following table. Okay, so you may see the table. The time they have given is 5 to 5:30, 5:30 to 6, 6 to 6:30, 6:30 to 7, 7 to 7:30 and 7:30 to 8. Now what is the distance covered by Amar? In the first 30 minutes it is 20. Okay, 5:30 to 66 it is again 20. 6 to 6:30 it is again 20. Okay, he is traveling 20 kilometer each. Okay, so is increasing his distance by 20 20 20. It is increasing, isn't it? So he is traveling equal distances in equal intervals of time. Okay, now the next is distance covered by Akbar in kilometer. From 5 to 5:30 he traveled how many kilometers? 18 kilometers. And 5:30 to 6, how many kilometers did he travel? He traveled 18 to 36. That means it is again 18 kilometers. From 6 to 6:30 it is 36 to 42. That means what is the difference? It is only 6. That means from 6 to 6:30 there was traffic jam and he was not able to travel. He was able to travel only 6 kilometers. Okay. Next, from 6:30 to 7, 42 to 70. What is the difference? It is about 18 kilometers. Okay, so 18 again it is 18 kilometers. From 7 to 7:30 it is 70 to 95. That is 25 kilometers. The difference is 25 kilometers. What do you mean by that? What do we mean? Here it is shown that the person is not traveling equal distances in equal intervals of time. The distances are not equal. That means the interval from 0 to 18, 18 to 36, 36 to 42, 42 to 70, the time intervals are not equal. That means he is traveling unequal distances in equal intervals of time. Now we will see the distance covered by Anthony in kilometer. Okay, so from 5 to 5:30 he traveled from 0 to 14, that is 14 kilometers. From 5:30 to 6 he traveled 14 to 28, that is 14 kilometers. From 6 to 6:30 he traveled 28 to 42. Okay, 28 to 42, that is again 14 kilometers. From 6:30 to 6, from 42 to 56, that is again 14 kilometers. That means he is traveling equal distances in equal intervals of time. That means it is uniform motion. So they have given examples of uniform motion and non-uniform motion, or uniform speed and non-uniform speed. Now they have given some questions below. What is the time interval between the notings of the distances made by Amar, Akbar and Anthony? What is the time interval? The time interval is 30 minutes. I have written the answers here. The time interval is 30 minutes. Who has covered equal distances in equal time intervals? Who has traveled? It is Amar and Anthony. They have traveled equal distances in equal time intervals. Now, are all the distances covered by Akbar in the fixed time intervals the same? Are it the same? No. He has traveled unequal distances in equal time intervals. Next, considering the distances covered by Amar, Akbar and Anthony in fixed time intervals, what can you say about their speeds? What can we say about their speeds? Amar and Anthony, they are showing uniform speed, and Akbar is showing non-uniform speed. These answers you may write in your textbook itself. This question is asked. Okay, they will give you the chart and similar questions will be asked. It is very scoring question because the answers are very easy. You may write these answers in your textbook. Now, what can we conclude by this? What is uniform speed? If an object covers equal distances in equal time intervals, it is said to be uniform speed. So it is equal distances in equal time intervals. What is non-uniform speed? If an object covers unequal distances in equal time intervals, it is said to be non-uniform speed. Okay, so what is uniform speed? If an object covers equal distances in equal time intervals, it is said to be uniform speed. Non-uniform speed: if an object covers unequal distances in equal time intervals, it is said to be non-uniform speed. Okay, so you may write these answers in your textbook. Now the next is distinguish between uniform motion and non-uniform motion. This is a question which is there in the exercise, a very frequently asked 2-mark question. What is uniform motion? If an object or a vehicle covers equal distances in equal time intervals, it is said to be uniform motion. If it covers unequal distances in equal time intervals, it is non-uniform motion. I repeat, if it covers, it means a vehicle or an object. Okay, if it covers equal distances in equal intervals of time, then it is said to be uniform motion. If it covers unequal distances in equal time intervals, then it is said to be non-uniform motion. The distance time graph is a straight line. Now what is distance time graph? That we will be discussing in the next lecture. Okay, you have to draw a graph with time on the x-axis and distance on y-axis. When you draw a graph, the distance time graph for a uniform motion will be a straight line, whereas the distance time graph is a curved line for a non-uniform motion. Example: soldiers marching in a parade. And non-uniform motion: motion of vehicles in a crowded street. Okay, so I repeat, distinguish between uniform motion, non-uniform motion. If it covers equal distances in equal time intervals, it is uniform motion. If it covers unequal distances in equal time intervals, then it is non-uniform motion. The distance time graph is a straight line for uniform motion. The distance time graph is a curved line for non-uniform motion. Example: soldiers marching in a parade. And for non-uniform motion, motion of vehicles in a crowded street. You can write other examples also. Okay, so you may copy this. Now the next topic is acceleration. You may take page number 4. Okay, they have given an activity. The activity is, you have to take a 1 meter long plastic tube and cut it lengthwise into 2 halves. You will get a channel. You have to place that channel in a slanting position and you have to put ball into it. Okay, the ball will move down. Okay, it will come down, and what happens as it rolls down? What happens to its velocity as it rolls down? That is the question. What will happen as the ball comes down? Its velocity will go on increasing. The same you might have experienced when you play on a slide. In your childhood, you used to play on a slide in a park, isn't it? Okay, so when we sit on a slide, then we may observe, we may feel that as we are coming downwards, the speed goes on increasing. That means the velocity goes on increasing. So when there is change in velocity, that is said to be acceleration. You might have noticed the word accelerator comes from acceleration. You have heard about the word accelerator in vehicles. When you put your feet on the accelerator, then the speed of the vehicle increases. That means there is change in velocity. Okay, so acceleration means it is change in velocity upon time. Now we will see what is the definition for acceleration. The rate of change of velocity is called as acceleration. A very small definition, but it is asked. The rate of change of velocity is called as acceleration. Its SI unit is meter per second square. What was the SI unit of velocity and speed? It is meter per second. We had studied in the other lecture. The SI unit for velocity is meter per second and the CGS unit is centimeter per second. Okay. Here the SI unit is meter per second square and the CGS unit is centimeter per second square. Okay, this point you may write in your textbook. Okay, you may write on that page, on page number 5 you may write and keep. It is asked as a fill in the blank question. Okay, now if u is the initial velocity, okay, so you are riding a scooter, okay, and you are going to increase your speed. Consider the initial speed. You are going at a speed of 20 km per hour and you are increasing the speed to 50 km per hour. Okay, that means 20 km per hour is the initial velocity and 50 km per hour is the final velocity. I repeat, consider you are on a scooter. You are moving at a speed of 20 km per hour. You are accelerating the speed to 50 km per hour. That means the initial velocity is 20 km per hour and the final velocity is 50 km per hour. Okay, so there is change in velocity. Change in velocity means there is acceleration. Now, how will you calculate acceleration? If u is the initial velocity and v is the final velocity, then acceleration is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity upon t. In how much time you are increasing, whether 2 to 3 seconds, isn't it? Are you getting it? If you are riding on a scooter, if the initial velocity is 20 and if you are increasing it to 50 within 3 seconds, then the final velocity is 50, initial velocity is 20 and the time is 3 seconds. Okay, that will be the acceleration of that vehicle at that time. Okay, so if u is the initial velocity and v is the final velocity, acceleration a is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity upon t, that is va is equal to v minus u upon t. What is the equation? A is equal to v minus u upon t. A is equal to v minus u upon t, where a stand for acceleration, v stand for final velocity, u stand for initial velocity and t stand for time. Okay, now the next is uniform acceleration. So just now we studied about uniform motion. The similar definition is here also. What is uniform acceleration? Uniform acceleration is if the velocity changes by equal amounts in equal time intervals. Equal, uniform. Unequal, equal, non-uniform. It is the same in non-uniform motion also. So uniform acceleration, if the velocity changes by equal amounts in equal time intervals, the object is said to be in uniform acceleration. Non-uniform acceleration, if the velocity changes by unequal amounts in equal time intervals, the object is said to be in non-uniform acceleration. These two definitions are very important. So equal change in velocity in equal time intervals, it is uniform acceleration. Unequal change in velocity in equal time interval, it is non-uniform acceleration. Now on the same page there are two questions on page number 5. Okay, there are two questions, 1 and 2. They are asked. Now the answer for it is, when an object is at rest in the beginning of the motion, that means when you are going to class or when you are going to school, your vehicle is at rest first and then it starts moving. Okay, that means it is beginning from rest. It is beginning from rest. Now if it is beginning from rest, what will be the initial velocity? The initial velocity will be 0. Okay, now you have reached the school, then the vehicle is coming to stop. Okay, now when the vehicle is coming to stop, what is its final velocity? Final velocity is 0. Okay, so that is the question. So answer is, when an object is at rest in the beginning of motion, its initial velocity is 0. When an object comes to rest at the end of its motion, its final velocity is 0. I repeat, when an object is at rest in the beginning of the motion, its initial velocity is 0. When an object comes to rest at the end of its motion, its final velocity is 0. Okay, you may write these answers in your textbook itself. You may mark these statements in your textbook. They are the definitions. I will be giving you definitions as the homework. Okay, you may mark. So we have studied what is acceleration. What is acceleration? Acceleration is change in velocity upon time. What is the acceleration? What is the initial velocity of a vehicle who starts from rest? It is 0. What is the final velocity who come to rest? It is 0. Now we will study about positive acceleration. That means when you are increasing the speed, it is said to be positive acceleration, and when you are decreasing the speed, it is said to be negative acceleration. And when you are not changing the velocity, then it is said to be zero acceleration. This is in normal words. I repeat, when the speed is increasing, when you are increasing the velocity, then it is positive acceleration. When you are decreasing the speed, decreasing the velocity, it is negative acceleration. And when you are not changing the velocity, that means you are constantly going at a speed of 35 km per hour, then it is zero acceleration. Okay, now we will see what the definitions are. Positive acceleration: when the velocity of an object increases, acceleration is positive. Acceleration is in the direction of velocity. That means in the direction. If you are increasing the speed, then it is moving forward. That is said to be positive acceleration. Negative acceleration: when the velocity decreases with time, it is negative acceleration, also called as deceleration. This is an important word, deceleration. Acceleration is opposite to direction of velocity. Here it is in the direction of velocity. Here it is opposite to the direction of velocity. Zero acceleration: if the velocity of the object does not change with time, it has zero acceleration. Okay, so have you understood positive acceleration, negative acceleration and zero acceleration? What is positive acceleration? If the velocity is increasing. What is negative acceleration? If the velocity is decreasing. What is the direction of positive acceleration? Same as that of the velocity. And the direction of negative acceleration, it is opposite to that of the velocity. And if the velocity is not changing, it is said to be zero acceleration. Negative acceleration is also called as deceleration. So these are the topics for today. So in the first lecture and the second lecture, we have studied about many definitions. All these definitions are very, very important. You have to learn the definitions according to the textbook. I repeat, in 9th standard, you cannot write your own definitions. You have to write the statements from the textbook itself, especially for section A. Okay, if you write your own sentences, teachers will cut marks. So you have to learn the definitions. Now the homework for today: define uniform motion, non-uniform motion, acceleration, uniform acceleration, non-uniform acceleration, positive acceleration, negative acceleration, zero acceleration. These are the definitions. And distinguish between uniform and non-uniform motion. This much homework you have to write for today. If you are having your textbook, then you may refer to the textbook. Otherwise, you may write what I write on the board itself. Okay. Thank you.